Hey guys, welcome back to today's video. If you don't know me, my name is Duamel Bentley and welcome back to the Dufe channel. I'm not gonna lie to you, I am starting this video on a really silly note because the product that we purchased for this video ended up being something completely different. The one we're talking about today is gonna be the Juvias Place latest eyeshadow palette. It's called the Blushed Rose, which is this incredibly beautiful packaging. It's just so sexy, so cute, so beautiful. I really like it. But I thought this was a blush palette with like 2 shimmer shades. I had seen a picture and these are the shades here. And I thought that these were blush shades. I mean, they look like blush shades except for this one. But, you know, I thought these were like 2 highlighters and like blush shades, maybe a bronzer shade. I mean, you can use it like that, but it's not intended to be like that. It's intended to be an eyeshadow palette. But because of the name, the Blushed Rose, the packaging, I was like, I need it like right away. But then when I got home, I was continuing my research and I saw that this was an eyeshadow palette and I was like, oh, all right. So I guess, you know, we're doing an eyeshadow look. And honey, that is what we have done today. I've got the eyeshadow look going on today. A little bit more sultry, sexy. Let's go out in the evening, a little feline moment. I'm obsessed. Honestly, I gotta tell you, there's 2 eyeshadow palettes that came out. This is one of them. I think they did a separated launch. I'm not sure why, but they did the Bronze Rustic Neutral Warm palette first, where they launched lipsticks and they launched a couple of different things. And then they launched the Blush Rose eyeshadow palette. I just look at it and I'm like, I need to like take a second. It's just so cute, so gorgeous. Like honestly, they did right. Like if they've done something right, it's the packaging here. But we're gonna talk all about the formula too and if that formula is right. Of course, I have prepared several looks in order for you guys to really take note on the versatility of the palette and the performance of it. Of course, it comes with the packaging, a little cardboard, you know, to protect the eyeshadows. Pretty standard. Something I really like about these palettes is that they don't have a mirror. I prefer that because it doesn't add weight to the eyeshadows. And I find myself very rarely utilizing an actual palette mirror. I don't know why. Long story short, I don't do it. I personally have invested and Philippe has invested in mirrors, you know, and I personally think like a lot of people do it standing in front of a mirror or in the bathroom or whatever. So I'm kind of happy that they don't have a mirror here. I also think it brings down the cost of the palette and maybe that they can put that into the eyeshadow formula. However, I'm happy that it doesn't have it. It does contain 6 shades. Out of the 6, 2 of them are gonna be the shimmers. Let me swatch those for you because I found them to be really interesting. This is the more like, hello, how beautiful is this? This is the more tropical tones, and this one I'm actually wearing as a highlight today. This one's more of like a pinky champagne rose. So beautiful. I gotta tell you, the only thing I didn't love about the pinky champagne tone, it was just a little too deep for my skin tone to wear without having a dark cast. But it's not too bad. I think you can combine this with like a lighter type of shade, you know, like, I don't know, whatever. You can monochrome the situation. For deeper skin tones, richer skin tones, I think these guys combined or these guys on themselves are iconic and beautiful. So if you haven't subscribed, I encourage you to subscribe so you can learn little tips and tricks like that. And girl, if you're deeper, richer, delicioso skin tone, try these. If you haven't tried them, try these because I know you're gonna look incredible with them. So definitely, on today's look, we have every single shadow actually going in. I did as a base, hold on, let me see. Oh, I did as a base this one, then I started blending out with 2 pinker tones. Of course, I incorporated the Flesh kind of champagne tone. I intensified my inner crease or outer crease. Inner, outer, you know, I intensified the crease, honey, with this gorgeous brown shade. I gotta swatch that one as well for you guys. I'm honestly so happy and surprised of how nice, like this is a rich, warm shadow, and like, look at how buttery that swatch is. Honestly, like it's so good. I'm not even joking with you. I think that they have really improved in their formulas. I don't necessarily remember them being the best at like swatches. I mean, this one's looking a little wonky, but you know, let's kind of scoop her down a little bit there. Beautiful. They're so beautiful. I don't have words to express how delicious, you know, these guys are. And personally, I didn't have any troubles whatsoever utilizing this. I didn't have any troubles kind of working the formula, blending, meshing, enhancing, like everything worked really well. I was very happily surprised with that. Let's swatch another one. So I want to swatch all 6 of them. This is more, they don't have names, so this is more of like a romantic mauve rose. On the swatch, it looks more nude than anything, like a mauvey nude. I mean, gorgeous either way. Honestly, they look incredible. They look incredible as a swatch, and they look incredible on the eyes. I think this is a very romantic, very beautiful gelatin. Why did I just say gelatin? Very beautiful and very gentle kind of eye look. I feel like you can look really beautiful and really natural, you know, very Parisian, or you can be like, what's good? You know what I'm saying? Like you can mix and match, and I think you can definitely enjoy the entire variety by utilizing either a couple of them or using all of them together. I think there's space for literally every single one of them. Something I really liked about, you know, this in particular is that even though there's a lot of rosy pink shades here, none of them are similar to each other. I really enjoyed that, because there's nothing that makes me more crazier than a palette that has like 3 greens or 3 pinks and it's like a transition color for one of the other. Sometimes you can get that by just blending it out enough, you know? But these guys, I gotta tell you, I don't think they're close to each other. This is more warm pink, cool pink, more nude pink. Like, it's a really nice variety. I gotta tell you that I have never loved a pink palette more, because it's small and it's well contained, but it gives me a lot of variety. It gives me great variety for matte, nude tones, pink tones, glimmery, more elevated, glamorous tones. Like, it just works really nicely. So let me swatch. Let's see here. We have pretty much everyone except for the softer pinky piglet pink here. I don't have space in my hand because, you know, we've swatched, honey, but you can see she's here and she's ready. So, like, hello, so good. I gotta tell you, I really do think that they've improved in their formula. They're not playing around. I mean, packaging looks iconic. They're still doing, you know, their 6 shadows, which is, I think it's worked really well for them because, again, they give you different options, but within a controlled manner. And again, I gotta tell you, I really like this palette. I think it's just for every occasion, every skin tone. It doesn't matter your eye size, eye shape. Like, this is gonna work really well for you, and I don't think this is an intimidating palette whatsoever. I think every time that you're doing your makeup with this palette, you're gonna feel beautiful. You're gonna feel like you know what you're doing, whether you're a beginner or if you wanna do crazy cut creases or the smoky cat reversed eyeliner. You know, there's so many things that you can do. But I think that overall, I think this is very user-friendly, and I think that this is a really appropriate product for anybody, any makeup lover. I think this is great for like the holidays, if you want to do like a Valentine's moment, or if you just want to, you know, look beautiful and presentable. I think you can absolutely enjoy this product in particular. Now, this product or palette is $14 even. You can get this at Ulta.com, Juviasplace.com. I don't necessarily know if they sell it elsewhere. I haven't really seen Juvia's Place in any other place other than the Ulta website or Ulta itself. And I gotta tell you, I really liked it. I don't have any complaints about it. I'm gonna go ahead and take off this lipstick and I'm gonna apply their also latest launch, the bronze liquid lipsticks. I gotta tell you some good tea, honey, about these babies because, you know, I had to dive in a little bit between both. I personally didn't want to get the bronze palette because I just have so many shades that are so similar to what they launched. But if you don't have a brown neutral palette, girl, I can already testify that it's gonna be iconic AF. So, I mean, again, multi-use, you see how beautiful this highlight is. Let me see if I can do a little bit of, oh my God, I'm scared for my life right now. Let me see if I can do a little bit of this orange on top of my cheekbone, honey. Let's see right here right now. A little bit, oh honey, all right, she's waking up. Fanta who? All right, you guys. I just honestly, I can't say enough good things about this product. I think the value is good for the price point. Definitely you can get different options, but I gotta tell you, I love packaging. I love the color selection. I love how they work. I mean, just look at these swatches, how creamy and buttery they are. The only one that was a little bit patcherina was this one, but honestly, once I kind of swoop it down once more without dipping my finger in, it worked really well. And I gotta tell you that those shimmers, girl, like this one's kidding me. Like, I love them both, but this one's just so reflective. I wanna drip, I wanna cry that shade. You know what I'm saying? It's just so gorgeous. I'm telling you, girl, you need to subscribe to the channel. We're crazy over here. For the dark parts of, you know, the liner and things like that, what I did was I just grabbed any liner that you can, you know, screw, you know, your moment with, sharpen, that's the correct term. But the one that I used was let me see if I can find her here. The one that I used was the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Eye Pencil 02 Coffee. This is a little baby one. I'm not gonna lie to you, mama's been working it, right? But I love these because, you know, they're just really easy to work with. You can really build the intensity to darken it. And then what I also did is I used this lovely shade here, the brown shade, to kind of smoke and intensify. And I just worked really well. I love how just monochromatic, very disco this vibe is. And I gotta tell you, I'm just not disappointed whatsoever on the palette. I think the price is justified. I do think it's a little bit expensive for being a drugstore and only having 6 shades. I think like a lot of other drugstores could have maybe gotten away with selling this for like $7, $9. But I gotta tell you, because of how these shades perform, honey, that's a steal. Like, the 6 shades work iconically. They're just so good. So let's go ahead and take this lip off. Let me put this other bronze liquid lipstick on. And girl, let me tell you my thoughts. I will be right back. All right, you guys, so let's talk lips on this portion. The lipstick I have on today is one of the recent launch from the Juvias Places Bronze Mini Liquid Lipsticks. I can't speak today, please excuse me. It is almost 4 o'clock in the morning. And you better subscribe to this channel, honey, because mama's working excellently hard. So, they launched 3 shades. The shade that I have here is called the Bronzed Maple. Let me open it up here for you. I'm not going to lie to you. When I first opened this up, I was very shocked of how big the doe foot is. Typically, you would see the doe foot for application of foundation or concealer, but this is like huge. I've never really seen this, and I kind of really like it. The only thing I would have wished that even though if they had made it this big, maybe a little bit sharper towards the tip. It is a little bit tapered towards the tip, but not enough for you to really get and sharpen things up. I feel like if they would have really gone in and sharpened it up, it would have been iconic and innovative. But it's really great because it's huge. You know, it'll cover a lot of ground very quickly. But the issue is because it's so big, if you don't have fuller lips, I think you're gonna get a little bit messy with this and you're not gonna have the funnest time using this in particular. But I'll give them props because definitely it's really, really cool. I've never seen such a big, massive doe foot. I almost wanna like put it on like a concealer, but it's not, you know. This is $10 and I'm not gonna lie to you, although the 3 shades are very beautiful, the one that I have here is called, again, the Bronzed Maple. They do have Bronzed Toast, which is a deep nude brown shade. They have the Bronzed Chestnut, which is a warm, universal, flattering tone. And then, of course, the Bronzed Maple, which is a deep orangey nude shade. And I think this is beautiful. I just personally don't think it goes really well with such a heavy, dramatic eye. But I do like it. I do enjoy the formula. They are a little sticky. I'm not going to lie to you. You can see that the lips are sticking to each other, but they are really comfortable. I don't think they're very long lasting because of the fact that they don't really dry off all the way, which is a plus, you know, in the aspect of if you have really dry lips or if you're up there in age or your lips are just very, very just dry and, you know, you need some TLC. I think you'll really enjoy this formula because of the fact that it won't dry out, so it won't really show all of the lines or all of the dryness on the lips. I gotta say, overall, I do think this is very, very pigmented, beautiful color, very comfortable. I would have wished this would have been priced maybe at $7 versus $10. I feel like $10 is a lot of money for such a little baby lipstick. I don't want to compare it necessarily to Jeffree Star Cosmetics, but they do have the small lipsticks and they sell in a bundle, and those guys come out to like $6 something if you subdivide those, you know, and I just don't see a reasoning of why this is so expensive when it's so small. However, I do think you will get good use out of it if you do decide to purchase them. They are very pigmented, so you don't really need to go back and forth, and because of that huge wand, you don't really need to dip twice. But I gotta tell you, I think that, you know, overall, it works really well. I really loved the matte velvet formula. If you haven't seen that video, I'll make sure to link it down below. They're honestly like one of my favorite formulas that Juvia's Place has ever released. I honestly cannot tell you how much I absolutely love it. I gotta talk really quick about lipstick packaging. This is incredible. Beautiful. I'm not going to lie to you, ever, but in this particular case, I think this is my favorite packaging. I'm like mesmerized with it. This is my favorite packaging, period, ever, from any company, anywhere. Like, this is just so beautiful. I almost would have wished that they would have transferred that to the actual lipstick, because it's not, you know, it's the typical tribal type of vibe and it's beautiful, but I honestly, this is just incredible. I feel like if anything gravitated me towards wanting to buy these was the actual packaging. A couple of really cool things about this lipstick is that they're pretty clean. You know, they're talc free, they're vegan, mineral free, oil free, you know, preservative free, and they have hyaluronic acid in them as well. So it's really similar to the other velvet matte lip product. However, you know, this is more, in my opinion, this is more the expectation of what I had the velvet lip bullet to be and to feel like. And I expected this to be a lot more just liquid lipstick. Although I gotta tell you, the transfer is very minimal, but at this point in time, if we're going with a liquid lipstick, I would have expected it to be fully dry. But I do love the selection of colors. I would have wished they came out with larger components and of course a little bit of more variety of tones. But overall, I do think it's a great quality product. I love the fact that ingredients are really nicely thought through. Has hyaluronic acid. It's just really nice and careful on the lips. So you guys, what do I say? I definitely love it. I just, you know, tweaks here and there. I just think it's very expensive for how small it is. I don't necessarily know. I don't know why they priced it at 10 versus 7, but of course they're out to make money just like any other company. So, you know, if it could be 7, and they can push for 10, why they're not gonna push for 10. I know their lip products are not the most affordable drugstore-ish kind of lip products. I consider them drugstore because every time I go to Ulta, which is where these guys are predominantly sold, I haven't seen them anywhere else except for their website. They're in the drugstore section. So for drugstore, this is so small and so expensive, but I gotta tell you, overall, I do think it's a great product. I gotta be honest here. I think it's expensive, and I think the doe foot is just very large and very in charge, and it could be a little bit difficult to work for different shapes of lips. However, I do think that their market of clientele is beautiful, gorgeous, voluptuous women and men that have, large lips, and, they wanted to give a little bit of homage to that. But I do think that if they would have sharpened up the tip, girl, you would have had a winner. So, Juvias, honey, call me. We'll talk. All right, guys. So, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I would love for you to join the Too Faced family. Girl, like I told you, it is 4:30 in the morning at this point. And baby, I'm waiting for you to subscribe right here, right now. So make sure to subscribe, hit the thumbs up, the notification bell so you don't miss any of the craziness. Binge watch. It is a thing. And I will catch you on the next one. Bye.